Hello and welcome to Survivor with Jamie, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
I am Jamie.
And I'm Practice. Talk to me about practice. Who needs practice?
Okay.
It's Allen Iverson said it years ago when he played for the Sixers when they complained about him not practicing.
And
then Mary said, "We're going to practice." I go, "What are we practicing here? I don't get why we needed to practice."
That was really funny. I could understand why Say was so mad, though. I truly could.
Oh yeah.
Because it just kind of, the boys, like, were they just airheads, or was it like, oh yeah, we know that she wants to go, let's see what happens?
I think that they were really okay with either one of them going, so they didn't really care.
Yeah.
They're like, whatever, as long as it's not us. At least they were like that for a while.
Yeah. So, blind side of an episode, Kevin. Nobody had Kevin.
No, and I'm sad. I'm sad for the Kevin.
Yeah, I am too. Like, it was just getting started, but
too early to be that. I mean, if you got an easy vote,
just do the easy vote.
Just let it go. It's too. Why try and blindside someone that early? I mean, it just there was no. We say it all the time when you see someone doing that. You're like, no, Kevin, no.
Just too nervous. He was too nervous about the advantage being in her hands. So.
Yeah, so it's an idol that everyone knows she has.
Yep, it's not that secret.
No.
I mean, there's power there until you decide you're done with it. So.
Yeah, it was a bad move on Kevin's part. He got too aggressive, and he trusted. Was it Cedric?
Cedric and Justin, but he trusted Cedric. Justin voted for him too in the end.
And Cedric he shaves his head. He doesn't have to shave his head. He has hair.
Oh Lordy, we're not going down this tangent.
I'm just saying. I go, this dude has a full head.
Yeah,
of
he
hair.
just likes the look. That's his style.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're a doctor and you're a surgeon, make it easy.
There need to be rules, but anyway.
So, all right, this episode was called Humble Traits, and it was after the hilarious sequence in which Dave shares that he has four nipples, and then all of a sudden, Charity is like, oh my God gives everybody a humble trait. And she shows off her completely jacked up left foot, which, all right.
She looks like, that's a skater's, that's a hockey player's foot.
Yeah.
Like it's been in a skate too much and turned.
If you watch pro players, they wear their skates really tight. And if you look at most hockey players, their toes are all messed up.
Curled and gross, like the ballerinas.
Yeah, anyone, it's like they're crammed in there. So,
well, her foot is definitely messed up, but apparently her right foot is fine.
Yeah,
it's kind of cute, she says.
You want to kiss my toes? Well, not my left foot. Kiss my right foot.
Avert your eyes from this one.
Yeah,
I loved Mitch. I loved, when she asked what Mitch's humble trait was, and he's like, I kind of have this stutter.
I'm liking it.
Yeah, I love Mitch so much.
He's so likable.
Which makes me feel like maybe he won't be around to the merge because we've got such a positive edit for him all of a sudden now. Chris says, I had bet good money on Jack starting the episode with, I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
I was trying to think of what's that movie called? Meet the Parents. I was trying to think of something. I was like, I have a nipple thing. Can you milk me? And it's just like, once practice came up, I go, it was either two buoys. Those aren't two buoys. Or
you should have gone with nipples.
Yeah, I know, but I go, practice is easier, even though most people won't get it.
Yeah, that was really funny though.
That was really, reference.
Yeah, I can milk myself. Maybe that's why I like milk so much. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
I like watching people, maybe because I do it all the time, But I like watching people figure it out as they go along and then regret the decisions that are coming out of their mouth.
What, like Kyle realizing in real time that he has a wart, not a not a callus.
Yes.
First, I was like, I almost went with that one because callus on your hand, you're kind of. But I said, okay, I'm not gonna go down that road.
And yet here we are. And yet you landed that ship.
There was a lot in this episode that.
Yeah, there really was. There was. The only thing that was missing was Jeff dropping his balls.
Yeah. There were no balls. There were no balls in this episode.
Nope, none at all.
Nobody had any balls. So anyway.
Chrissy's really deep belly button was gross as well.
Doesn't everyone use a mop to clean their belly button out?
I like her too. I like the ribbing she was given. She was picking on Charity and goofing.
Let's talk about this Orange Tribe for a second. So it's Mitch and Charity against the other four, and I think Charity's still on the bottom, but it's not looking too good for Mitch either, especially after today. He's got a advantage. I have an echo. Does anybody else hear an echo?
No.
Chat, if you hear an echo, let me know.
I just heard it.
Weird. Jamie, can you try to mute yourself? And then I'll have Jack try to mute himself. Okay, so what was I saying? So he's got the advantage, and yes, it went away. So Jamie, it may be you.
Girl, it's always me. This is not the same pair of headphones that gave us trouble last week. I'm just saying, I don't know. Headphone curse.
I am so sorry. All right, so he has an advantage, and also he's got the very likable underdog story with the stutter, and that was a great moment with Jeff asking him on the mat. Like, that was one of those, like, every so often Jeff has these really great moments as a host, and I thought that one was really good.
I'm always excited for him when after 48 seasons he can still occasionally have a good moment.
Yeah.
Way to go, Jeff. You still got it.
I thought it was a good moment too. I was like going, okay, you're like.
I think that everybody did appreciate that because you don't know what to do, and sometimes you don't want to offend somebody by asking, but also you want to ask them to know, like, I want to put you at ease as well. Like, I don't
right, yeah. I thought it was a good moment.
It was a good moment.
Actually, it's a good teaching moment for people watching the show. I mean,
exactly. It kind of reminds me like when Biden was running in 2020. What was the first? Yeah, okay, the only time he ran, and you had all these people coming forward being like, "The stutter, like, it's really nice to see myself represented and see that I can go far." I thought about that tonight when we had that moment where then Mitch goes and gets all the baskets, the balls in the basket. And I'm like, oh, it's really nice.
Oh, there were balls. I'm sorry.
This is why representation does matter, and not like, the bad sense, like, not that there's no bad sense, but you know what I mean? Like, this is why it matters, because people like Mitch can see themselves on TV and realize, like, that's not off limits to me either.
Yeah, and you're going onto television, with a speech impediment, it probably feels risky. Then when you add to it, the largest portion of being successful in this game is your social aspect to this game. It took a lot of courage to be able to say, I'm gonna like get through it and do it. And it seems like he's fitting in and doing just fine, and the people around him are learning. And it reminds me of back when Survivor 150 years ago started, and we started seeing, people who live differently or came from a different part of the country than you or had a different religion. Mm-hmm. And you actually got to kind of see people like learn about it and warm up to it when it was still a new thing to see on television. It's nice to have some of the authenticity of that back. It doesn't feel forced or anything. It's just Mitch is such a likable person that everybody's accepting him easily, but he's also like, I don't know, he's like open about talking about everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, Survivor's original catchphrase was the world's greatest social experiment, right? Wasn't that it? When they would, but then they got kind of carried away. It was about models and, pretty people. Just not that pretty people can't be on the show, but I'm just saying, they kind of got.
Yeah, pretty people don't. They look great in a swimsuit and they can play hard, but what about the pretty people makes them interesting? That was lost for a while.
Yeah, they were just going after and people who didn't even know how to play the game. I think that was the most frustrating thing. Is like, okay, the show's been it's extremely popular.
Yeah,
I mean, at that
one
point,
episode at least. Then you.
Yeah. How do we not know what's going on here? But yeah, I like Mitch, and I thought it was handled well, and yeah, because you know how there's people out there, unfortunately.
Your chair is farting so hard. It is.
I'm sorry. I'll
killing me.
I'll sit on this side. How do you know it's not? You think it's my chair? Anyway.
Probably my headphones.
No, it's the chair.
But no, people can be a-holes, and it was nice to see.
Yeah, and this whole cast is like mostly pretty awesome. There might be one or two that are a little, but
and they're both on the same tribe.
It's so weird. The most abrasive are abrasive. Yeah. At least they're rubbing up against each other.
They just don't like each other.
No. Mm-mm. So it seems.
Well, I think they're both smart, and I think they're both strategic players. And when Say was like, "Oh, it's okay, you didn't, you put my name down," and Mary's like, "Yeah, I know she's full of crap."
Mm-hmm.
She's pissed. Yeah. I mean, nobody's that, So anyway, and then she goes, "Well, the only problem is," and then Say goes, "You lied to me." She goes, "Well, you lied to me."
Yes.
So I said, "Oh yeah, she's got you on that one."
Yes. So let's finish talking about orange. We'll just do them in order of tribes right now.
Sherry says we can't hear my chair.
How can I hear it and they can't?
I don't know. When I do
lives like a magic
TikTok,
chair.
When I do lives on TikTok, people go, "Are you farting?" I go, "No, it's my chair."
You could be the old guy that farts on TikTok, though. You've got it in.
It's
an angle.
There you go.
Also, I can't believe that you do TikTok lives and I don't even have the app or know how to use it. I really need to get on TikTok.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, I don't like you know this. I don't like watching things. Anyway, I don't even do Instagram lives. Like everybody I know in my millennial generation scrolls through the Instagram lives, and I'm like, can somebody just give me closed captioning so I can have this on mute? Anyway, all right, orange. Let's finish orange. That was kind of the most that we got from it, actually. Oh, I did find it interesting that when Kyle finds the idol and asks Camilla for help, and he said, that was really funny. He was like, "I don't play Wordle," and so they had the same letters as the one that Say had, but instead of listen, it was enlist.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought that was really cool, actually.
Also, I'd like to say that she solved that so quickly in comparison.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, she used her thigh though to, write everything down. I mean, is that fair?
It's a lot easier than writing it in the sand.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so this inspired me on the commercial break to go to the Word Unscramble website, and there are actually 6 words that share those letters.
Oh, what are they?
So it's listen, silent, tinsel, inlets, enlist, and elints, ELINTS, which I don't know what that means. I'm sure I do, but
that's the one I'd end up with.
Yeah.
I don't even know this word.
What do we want to take bets? Who do we think that the one that Star has? What is hers going to be?
So we have listen and
so the ones that are tinsel, silent, inlets, and that elints one.
It'll be silent. It'll be silent because it mixes with the game. So
that's true.
Yep.
Okay, cool. We'll find out if we're right. Maybe next week. Maybe never. Who knows?
I do like this idol because you have. I mean, unless you're a puzzle whiz, you have to get help, and it lets people know you have an idol. So it's like, do I want to find this idol again? Do I want to put a target on my back? Do I want people knowing I have an idol? Can I solve it myself? And I do like the other tribe with Star's on the outs. And what's his name? He's in the California Girl Alliance. Wanted him to, he goes, just lose it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awful. We'll get over it. Let's go move over to green. I think we're done with orange. Any last chance? Any last orange thoughts?
No, except for when they have to go to tribal, they're going to get vicious because they all like each other so much. They're going to have to dig deep to be hateful.
Yes, and I do think that actually plays into we'll go to the purple tribe next.
Never trust a man with 4 nipples.
Never trust a man with 4 nipples. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
So, okay, as far as the purple tribe goes, which is what, Loggy? We know that, Star is very much on the bottom. Eva, she suggests that she sit out, and she doesn't mean anything by it, but it makes Star mad. And Star's competitive, as we learned last week. So
yes,
I understand why she would be upset. But Joe has a similar moment as what the moment is for Mitch or whoever it was, or maybe it was Cedric that said it, like, the emotional the emotional toll that the game takes on you, like it's hard, like the emotional connections come with a heavy cross to bear. And I thought that was very good observation.
Yeah, it's hard to trust people and learn to like them, and then realize that entire time that you're gonna have to betray them.
I think with Star, though, if she knew that Eva had autism, she might go, oh, okay. She wasn't
right.
It was just her directness. That's she's just being honest. Okay, you're our.
Right. I think there's something to that, because I mean, I don't want to speak for her, but it felt, looking at the situation, it felt like she was like, it was the abruptness of it, where it was like, what do you mean I'll go do this? I'll say what I can and can't do.
Yeah. I mean, you can't help, like I think Colleen said, you can't help but take it personal. Wait, what do you mean I'm the weakest person? What are we talking about here? I'm not I'm the dumbest person.
Yeah.
But I did find it funny that Star immediately introduced herself to Mary and was talking to Mary. I go, you haven't even done that with your own tribe yet. But right away, you're
always.
Yeah, hey, But anyway.
But I think that maybe that shows something, right? Like, it shows where Star maybe isn't feeling connected to anybody on her tribe directly. But here, oh, look at this tribe. This person got told to sit out too. So now I instantly have something more in common with this person.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I mean, she runs off looking for an idol, finds the beware, and then literally tells everybody. Everybody.
Muted.
What do you? I mean, well, what do you do in that situation? If you tell one person because you need help, we've seen that. You tell one person because you need help to solve it. But she told one person, and then she called another person in, and then she went, yes, you're back.
Okay.
And went and found more people to tell. Like, what in the world?
Like, I feel terrible. Like, honestly, I hated what Thomas and Shaheem wanted to do to her. Like, that's crappy to try to sabotage it. Like, that's poor sportsman. It is a bad look. It is super negative edit. Like, it's mean. And I really, like, they both, like, Shaheem not actually going through with it. Like, with the,
I don't think he
like,
ever
Thomas dropped a lot in my book. Like, I did not like that.
I got to be honest with you. It's Survivor and there are no rules.
I know, but I didn't like that.
What I would have personally done if I was Thomas, I just would have gone to one of the and just ripped it off and threw it in the jungle somewhere, and nobody would have ever known I was the one that did it. I wouldn't. I don't think I would do. Yeah, I wouldn't do it because it puts a target on your back.
Right.
But if
there
you're gonna do,
so many mistakes made with that beware advantage on her part, because not only did she tell them, at least when most of the time when people tell someone, they don't hand it over to them.
Yeah.
But she gave them the only clue. They all know that she doesn't have a vote, and she gave them her only way out of getting a vote back.
Yeah.
They could have so easily, they could even just go and cut another little piece on that paper to keep her from ever solving that puzzle. And she could theoretically be sitting around in the game as a number until they want her gone.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, okay, do we want to use her number now or not? Okay, no, so we're not going to solve this for her. Or yes, let's solve it now and then we'll get rid of her. She just handed any agency she had in her game. It's all gone. And
I really don't think she even had agency to be beforehand.
No. Well, plus you get rid of her. You haven't solved the puzzle yet. You have the clue.
You got everything. Now it's
you have everything. So now it's your idol.
Yep. It was terrible. It was, I feel so bad for her. Like, I don't feel bad in the sense that you should not be telling more than one person. You probably shouldn't tell anybody, but I get it with the puzzle. But you shouldn't be telling other people, but then you just handed it over. So I mean,
I'll go distract everybody. I'm like going, what?
Yeah,
it's like,
what are you doing?
you know you're on the bottom. You have no connection with anybody, right?
Yeah.
And then you give it to somebody. I hope they don't screw me over, because this game nobody screws you over. I was just like going, but that's a good point. Again, they could just say, I haven't solved it yet, and they finally lose. Okay, vote her out. I have.
Yeah,
I have the advantage.
You can't all be top tier players, I guess.
But if she's not physically holding it, does she lose the vote, or the person that's holding it lose the vote?
I think it's just her, because she's the one who accepted.
Yeah, she's the one that accepted the advantage.
Yeah. Oh.
But I do like how they're making it harder, and it's again, this, like you're saying, it was so big deal for that whole tribe what she did. Instead of just finding an idol, I found an idol and I'm gonna put it in my pocket and nobody's gonna know I have it. You know, now you have to figure out, okay, do I want to share it? Do I figure it out myself?
So many different dynamics that just got created, and
they really did. I'm gonna give them credit for this one. They really did a great job.
I think production loves her right now, because they're like, oh man, you just gave us an extra 10 minutes of edit for every episode for the next month. Thank you.
Plus it's also strategy, which a lot of times with the idol, you lose all kinds of strategy because you don't know, but this is a strategic move. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I like it.
It puts a lot of responsibility in the hands of her tribe that they wouldn't have had.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, it removes all of hers.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking like Thomas. Why solve it? Lose it. And I'm like going, huh? Wow. Okay.
So, how do you think this will play out? Do we think that they'll just successfully stall? Does it even matter, because they're pretty strong challenge-wise, that they may not even have to worry about it?
Well, eventually, I mean, the idols. It's not one of those idols you have to play at a certain time, right?
That's the beware advantage.
Yeah, right? But you can play it whenever you want, right? There's no.
Oh yeah. There's no time. I don't think there's a.
It's not your first.
I don't think the other ones. Yeah, I don't think the other people that read that there was a time limit on it.
Okay,
like it has to be played.
Because Say didn't use it. Say didn't use it the first. Yeah, she didn't use it the first week. So okay.
Yeah, and historically, I think we've had a few players that had to hold on to that for a couple votes, like Matt from, was it 4 years ago? I think he had to go to tribal like 3 times and lost his vote because he hadn't found the idol that came with the beware advantage, or they didn't solve the puzzle or meet the challenge or whatever.
Yeah.
It was. So
no, it's they're finally getting smart, and they're making it back to, because people you like the social game, but also like the strategic part. And then when you make it, this is, again, if I might say, hey, I can't figure it out, Star. You're gonna have to figure it out yourself. Get someone else I can't figure it out. Yeah. Take the pressure off you. Because he said, well, I don't want to put a target on my back, being the big jerk. So
yeah.
I mean, and you could theoretically go and solve it, and then once you have it solved in your head, not tell her.
Right.
That too.
Just have it for whenever you need to use it, if you find a way to use it.
Right. Which I have.
If she goes home with it unsolved, if they vote her out, then what happens to that advantage? Is it just dead?
I think it's dead, and then the idol probably goes back into play.
He wouldn't be allowed to, since it's in his possession, he wouldn't be allowed to keep it.
If it's in his possession, maybe.
That's why I was curious.
Because it would with a standing idol, but if it hadn't been solved to become an idol yet, I'm not sure because we haven't seen it.
Because if she goes home, it becomes his idol. Now he doesn't have a vote until he can solve it, right?
Yep.
I mean, to me, I hope that's what it is.
If it transferred over.
Because it makes the game more exciting than, okay, it goes back in there. Now we got to go find it again, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem is everyone's going to know he has it, though.
Right. Well.
Because they all know. They all know that they know.
Yeah. That was definitely very interesting. But I do feel bad for Star because I don't think she's doing anything wrong necessarily. Like, not with the idol thing, but by the not fitting in thing.
Right.
I think that there's always an odd man out. And unfortunately, in this case, she was the odd man out.
I'm just saying, if they had one conversation in that tribe where they said, hey, during your interviews, who did you guys pick for your, loved one visit? Because then her and Thomas could both share, like they both picked vampire lore people, and now you're going to be friends. Now you have a friend with Buffy and Klaus Michelson. I'm just saying that would solve her problem. 100%.
But I think her problem is that she was going out looking for the idol, and she was gone for like an hour and a half. And right away that just puts a target on your back. I mean, people are like, okay, she's out there looking for the idol. We know she's looking for the idol, and you have to. Sure, you want the idol, but you want it where nobody knows about it. But you can't leave.
Yeah.
People that you just met and go, you can't do it. So you have to blame her a little bit because she made a strategic play and you have
to be careful in this game, in any game like this, to not look like you're playing a solo game. I mean, essentially you are, everybody is, but you can't look like you're playing a solo game because at the beginning, especially, everyone's just looking for any little thing so they can push one person out. And
it's not the Sandra. It's not me. As long as it's not me. And we saw it tonight. Kevin was playing very strategic. And even though they need him on the challenges.
Yeah, they're going to be right back. And they're going to be right back next week, I think.
Oh, they are 100% going to be back. And I don't know. I don't know who goes then.
Yeah, I was like, that's not great for them in their challenges. And I don't know. I can see both aspects to either person that they decided on maybe getting rid of, but
are we moving from purple on to green then?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Woo. Talk about the S Show tribe, am I right?
Yep, totally.
Vula, right?
Yeah, and oh my God. So, you were talking about the boat trip, and you were talking about them counting, 1, 2, 3, and then drawing their numbers or whatever.
I mean, it's just basically a way to show if you want to go or not, right? And if a bunch of people put out 1, and then whoever puts out 2 or 3 are the ones that end up going. So, but then everybody's showing their cards.
Yes, and if you don't want to go, then just do 5 and sit this one out. But the idea where it was like, because I heard them when they were all saying it, okay, and then I heard them say, well, let's do a practice, and then say,
I thought it was Mary said, let's do a practice.
I think Kevin did too.
Oh, Kevin did too?
And then Say's all by herself said like, well, no, let's just go. And so I can kind of see where the guys were like, huh, like what just happened? But I mean, you mentioned her going. You've talked about maybe we vote her out. Just let her go. If she gets something, if she brings something back, then okay, then now you can move on with the other plan. But like, again, don't make somebody who's already rattling the cage bars, to go and fight. Don't rile them up even more. Just fine, go do it, and let's see what happens.
I don't think that Say's personality though.
To just go, to be told to go?
No, just to be told, hey, okay, she got it. She's definitely got some friction with Mary. I mean, she just
she doesn't
even try to hide it.
No.
I mean,
well, the first thing she said about her was in the first episode and referred to her as a hoochie mama. So
yeah.
I don't think she's really going to be open to making friends with Mary.
Yeah.
So and unfortunately, some people, if their name gets written down once, it's all it takes. Some people go, it's fine. It was the beginning, but most people don't take.
Who was last year when I forget her name, charcoal face.
The contouring.
Oh,
Sue got mad at was it Kyle?
Yes. Over and over again.
One vote. It was like,
yes,
he must go home.
It was the theme of her season. Yes. So yeah, some people, I think a lot of people just like, nope, you put my name down and you immediately never trust that person again.
Yeah. I mean, it's
done.
Anyway.
I mean, there's defenses that can be made at the beginning of a game if you put somebody's down, but you have to go in prepared for having that defense if that person ends up being you, and saying like, hey, you know what? Like, I put your name down, but like, I am no threat. Like, literally no one else here put your name down because I'm already out. I'm already not included in anything clearly.
Right.
You can
Well,
use.
That's what she came back and said, well, you lied to me. I didn't know what the vote was.
What's going on? I'm just here.
It's just like
just here.
Anyway, I bet when she screamed, I think I talked about last week. She's one of those people that when you're not doing something right, she's screaming and yelling. Ah!
Yep.
And then you saw Mary go. She goes, I'm sorry, I screamed.
Well, yes, there's definitely. I get it. She's passionate. She reminds me of my 7-year-old. He screams when he gets upset too. But like, there's you gotta. Yeah.
You screaming at me is not going to make me do better.
Right. Sometimes you just got to dial it back. You got to use a softer touch occasionally. Yeah. So I think that Say has the ability to game the heck out of this game, but I can't see them going, yeah, let's totally never try to get her out before merge. Yeah. I don't know if they'll be successful because I feel like she's going to do everything she can to be one step ahead of everybody.
Mm-hmm. She's definitely smart.
Yes, very
and
smart.
She knows the game, but it's her social part where she's just too aggressive. We talked about it last week.
She's kind of mean. She's low key mean.
Yeah, she's just too aggressive and intense, and that's just eventually.
I wouldn't say she's aggressive. I would say that she's intense and probably very type A.
I don't know. She's screaming at the top of her lungs. People, that's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, she's one of those people that just like she sees the gold and she's going for it. No one's getting it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's why I say intense more so than anything.
Okay, she's got, and it's going to be because eventually when we're on day 5, you get to day 10 and you're not sleeping, you're tired, and you got this person that just so intense.
That's what I mean. Like I don't know if they'll be able to successfully do it because if she stays one step ahead of them, they're gonna fall into a pit themselves. But I don't think that they're gonna feel like we can go into merge and she's gonna be loyal to only us and we'll be fine. I think that they'll at least attempt to get rid of her before merge.
Yeah, because she's not going to be. She's going for. I mean, she's playing it to win it, which is great. Yeah. But again, I just think she has the brain, she has the knowledge, but you got to have the social part too.
And the things that they said to say, okay, we're okay with voting out Kevin. I mean, they all align with her too.
Yeah.
So, she's got the idol. It saves her for now. Once that idol's gone, I think they're coming after.
Well, she played the idol.
Yes, for her grandma.
Yeah.
Well, your grandma's not here, so
I didn't know she was in the game. Well, it's funny if she knew who was going home because she seemed pretty confident. I guess you don't want to take a chance. So you got
right. She was just naturally nervous.
We've seen that happened before.
We have seen that happen because anybody can say anything to you, and they had already told her earlier that we're down with the Mary plan, and then all of a sudden she finds out that Kevin's going behind her back. So I would have played it too because if she hadn't played it and she had gotten voted out after everything else that we saw, we would have been sitting here and been like, God, that was so stupid. If there's ever any doubt, you play the idol. That's why you have it.
Right.
I would have definitely said she was stupid not playing the idol.
Yeah.
But I will
exactly.
I'll tell you what? I bet you, I would almost bet you we see a scene next week where the sun has barely even risen from the horizon and she's out looking for the next idol.
We saw that scene in the preview where Mary takes off running. So there's definitely
I think she's following Mary so Mary can't find the idol.
Yeah,
right.
Preview
Is that
we
where she
saw.
went hauling off?
Yeah, I think it's like all of a sudden like
she took off, guys. Oh my God, she ran so fast.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to watching that because it looked so absurd.
I thought it was Carl Lewis she was running so fast. I was like, holy crap.
Go, girl, do what you got to do, man.
Because why would her and Mary be why would Say and Mary be walking like, and then all of a sudden she breaks off. It's got to be that she goes, we got to shadow her. We got to shadow her so she doesn't find the idol.
Zoom and she's gone. All right. Well, that makes next week more interesting.
Because if you're Mary, you got to be thinking, I have to find the idol.
Oh, yeah.
I have to find it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's not safe.
Yeah. No, she's definitely not safe.
Now, if you're Say, now do you go take one of those clues? You know where the clues are. Do you hide one of the clues? Do you take the clue so Mary can't find it?
Well, that's if it might just be a clean idol.
I hope
might not be a beware advantage. It just might be a clean idol.
I hope not. But anyway, but if you're Mary and they still have the clues up there, do you hide one of them so she can't, or you destroy it?
Like to trick them to say,
so Mary can't get you found it, and if it's the same type of idol, then she can't do it. So
yep, that is what you do. Is it the nice thing to do? No, but it's what you do.
Yeah.
Because Say knows what what they're looking for.
What if the challenge is you need to win a foot race?
then Mary's got an idol.
Mary's got it. Good job, girl. You win.
Cedric, do we think he's in trouble? That was a terrible performance in the challenge.
Yeah, it was.
It was painful after a while.
Maybe if it happened,
he was having trouble with that hole, which kind of shocked me.
Yeah. Are you skilled? Aren't you skilled at these things? Yeah, no.
Wasn't deep enough.
Well, neither one was Kevin and him. They weren't lined up.
They weren't working together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can blame Cedric, but Kevin was. At some point, you guys say we need to do this together, and you can't get on.
Well, and I don't think Cedric has a great sense of balance. I think those two things together were probably the disaster that happened.
Maybe he should have gone first, and not have to do that challenge. But
also we got to see Tom get knocked right in the face with that pole. That was.
And it looks like previous this week. It looks like he has kind of a. Am I bleeding?
No, you're good.
Remind me of George Costanza.
Yeah, that challenge was pretty fun. I loved the everyone jumps off, that stuff's all the same. We've seen it so many times, but I liked them having to work together on that last bit with the balance beam. At least it was a little different. The challenge is still pretty similar to the way it's always set up, but
that did add a twist.
Yeah, having to work together. Well, look at, I mean, like that tribe has got, someone like Kevin who would traditionally just fly through a challenge like this was now stuck, no pun intended, and was like dead in the water with Cedric. So yeah, that was good. Thanks. Keep changing them. I'm tired of looking at the same ones.
Yeah, I did like Eva. She has a hockey face when she was shooting the basket thing.
I was laughing when she was shooting the basket. I was like, it's not your sport, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, she made the first three, and then she was like, you see it, her face is like,
it was done. Yeah.
I need to check somebody.
Need to hip check someone right off of this thing.
Okay. Any last thoughts? Otherwise, we have an email that I'm sure will lead us to more talking.
That's what we're here for.
Tally the votes. All right. So let's take a quick break. When we come back, we will do all the things I just said. Here we go. All right, we're back. We have an email from Mandy.
Mandy!
Mandy says, "What did I miss? ... We finally cut cable and I'm watching for the first time on Paramount. First, I hate that I can't pause and skip commercials. Second, my family is so needy that it makes me really hate the lack of pausing. I know. Zachary asked a lot of questions too.
I get it.
At one point, he was like, "Well, why are they doing this?" And I was like, "We're about to find out. Stop it!" I don't know.
At least your questions had to do with Survivor.
Yes.
Mine were like, "Can you give me a haircut right now?"
Oh, goodness. Okay, let me finish the email. Sorry. All I ask for is 90 minutes of uninterrupted, quiet each week.
I'm so sorry, Mandy.
Star really telling the entire tribe about her advantage before she actually has her vote back seems like a terrible plan. Mitch is amazing.
Yay.
Put this one in the deep freeze. Oh, Jeff, that was clever. I missed that. When did he say that? Was that during the challenge?
Yes, but I imagine Mandy sitting there with chaos around her watching that, and I imagine that she turns to that cute dog Andy and said those exact words.
Exactly. Can we talk about Jeff's shirt? I don't care for the black. Bring back the blue shirt.
Yeah, it's his color.
Yeah. I didn't even notice Jeff's shirt. Sorry.
Blue is his thing. Hey, are we going to get to vote on what color shirt Jeff wears for Survivor Season 50? Because that'd be fun.
It should be a Hawaiian shirt.
Or something like more random, like Santa Claus or something. Totally opposite.
Yeah. Ugly sweater.
So funny.
That would be nice on the island when it's 100 degrees.
I would love if it was like a shirt, one of those Hawaiian shirts where you can put faces on it and it's just a bunch of Ruperts.
Oh my God.
Now, who does he not like? Past Survivor player he doesn't like or something.
I don't know.
I think there's a couple of them.
I think there's a couple of them. Yes.
Oh, all the quitters. He could be wearing a quitters.
Yeah.
Shirt.
Oh yeah.
Or just have a bunch of different balls on the shirt.
All right, Mandy continues. Dang, what a blindside.
Poor Kevin.
Maddie is still happy with her winner pick of, quote, pizza dude, unquote.
Oh,
Jack.
Justin,
yep. Jack, can't wait for Cindy and you to talk Amazing Race.
We'll be doing them on Saturdays, I believe.
All right.
All righty then. All right, now it's time.
But she said something about, on Paramount. That's why I watched The Amazing Race the next day.
Yeah.
No commercials.
No commercials if you did the next day.
And I can pause it. So
there you go.
Plus, I'm recording right now, so I can't watch.
It's kind of hard to do both.
Also, YouTube TV is pretty good too with it, but I like the Paramount app because I watch a lot of things on Paramount. My kids watch a lot of things on Paramount, so we definitely get our money's worth on Paramount. All right, next, Kevin. Jamie and I both had him making the merge.
Oh, it was my final three. I thought he was.
And Jack had his final three.
Damn you, Kevin! Damn you!
All liked Kevin. So no points for anybody this week. So moving over to the tally the votes, which that's right.
Sitting at 0.
Jay sent me the updated Survivor 48 logo thing, so that will.
Thanks, Jay.
Yes.
Thanks, Jay.
All right.
Well, it's only fair. We have to listen to a song every week, so
that's very true. You're in it too, aren't you? No, it's just Jay. I thought it was both of you.
It might have been me. I don't.
Yeah. All right. Nobody got points for. Nobody also got points for who's going home.
Mary was there. God, Kevin. Kevin.
Mary was right there. Kevin screwed you 2 times.
You screwed me twice, Kevin. Hope you're happy.
I hope you're happy. No one
Yeah.
warns the wicked. Okay.
I'm
sorry.
Pissed. I'm pissed.
All right. Well, be unpissed soon and think of who is going home next week.
Say.
That's who I'm picking too.
Are we all going say?
Say.
What you say? Oh man, should I pick somebody different then? Just
Well, would you pick somebody on the same tribe? I mean,
Yeah.
would
Oh,
you
absolutely.
going?
I totally purple's going home, right?
Yeah,
Unless
like let's face
it's
it,
a
it's down to
screw up challenge. I mean,
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I feel pretty good about that's the tribe that's going.
Yeah, same.
here, you know what? I'm going to change mine.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll go with Star.
Oh,
All
all right.
right. Oh, that's not bad.
Not that I want to see her go home, but I just think.
Yeah.
She
You know
is,
what?
causing some ripples.
Ripples, ripples. I like how I'm finding a song to sing every single time you say something.
That's why you're my people. It's fine.
I know.
I'm singing too.
I'll go with Mary, even though I do kind of suspect it's
Long
going to be
came
Say.
Mary.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It just depends on how fast her feet can carry her to that idol.
Exactly.
Chargers released Joey Bosa. Shocker.
All right. Well, there we have it. Say, Star, and Mary. And now it is time. Oh, Sherry says, going back to the challenge, the girl on the bench was yelling at Cedric that he was leaning back and then he was falling off the balance beam. Is that what she was trying to say? Correct yourself? Or okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, his balance wasn't great. It's okay. We think you're awesome. Well, you don't really need a lot of balance when you're doing your work. So thank God for that.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Live recording of Toy Geeks. What are you what are you doing here?
I don't know. I was typing something, and all of a sudden, I screwed up the chat. I have no idea what I did.
You turned on the ticker, so
there we go. There we go.
Turn off the ticker. There you go. Although you definitely have changed the little things on the bottom to the colors style. How did you mess this up so bad?
I don't know. I'm just typing. All of a sudden, I said, "What the hell happened?"
Just having a creative day.
Whatever. It does not matter. Okay. Any last thoughts before we head out for the week?
No, not really. Let's get rid of one of the tribes so that our storylines can progress a little faster. Please and thank you.
I do like someone suggested, I was reading Twitter before we started. Someone said, can we go back to 2 tribes so one tribe's not just getting.
I would absolutely love to go back to
2 tribes.
I
know they like the 3 tribes because they can get more, in person. There's only 6 people in a tribe and there's more stuff. But God, the challenge is just.
It's brutal.
Whoa.
Like it's I'm over it. I want to see it switched up. Yeah.
Also, I really do.
I hope we get to vote on that for 50.
That would be nice.
You could be the best player in the world. You get stuck with a crappy tribe.
Yep.
You can't win.
And we have seen it happen.
Yeah,
so many times.
Sometimes you manage to win, but it just puts you in such a terrible position.
I feel like it's got to be harder for production to create an even tribe. When you have 2 tribes, you can kind of make them where they're sort of equally matched. But when you have 3, that's got to be so hard to give an equally matched. Like there's always going to be one that's just kind of shortchanged on muscle and muscle memory.
If you had 3 tribes, but when it comes to the challenges, you have a schoolyard pick where you pick just 2 tribes, and it could be people from different tribes going to tribal council. That would add something to the game, and that
I love a good schoolyard pick as long as I'm not in it.
It'd be different. It would be different people. You wouldn't have the same tribe losing it because it's different. It's different. So you're competing because you're competing individually anyway, right?
Yeah, for the most part, you're wanting to protect yourself. It's going to be harder to form alliances that way.
And that would make it. I think it would bring a little bit extra to the game. So let's do that. We'll have 3 tribes, but then when we go to the challenges, we have 2 competing teams, but yet it could be different every time.
I'm so glad.
Or you do rock pick, or you do rock color. You just pick the rocks, and that's my tribe.
Do you think that there's going to be because you guys, did you go in and do your voting for the first 4 or 5 things that they offered to vote for?
No, I forgot. Can we still vote?
I think that it's still open. Yeah.
So
it's it's tribe colors, which is whatever, dumb, but whatever. Okay, fine. But then there's the final fire, the going to fire at the final is one of them. That
I imagine that gets voted out. I don't think
I don't know. Those Facebook fans might keep it.
Oh no, God no. I'm done with fire too. Like all these things were cool, and then they just overuse them.
But another thing too is how transparent is the vote? They could say, okay, you voted, but no, we like this. We're going to keep it.
Yeah. Why am I big and you guys are not?
True.
How do we fix this? There we go.
There you go.
Jack just really screwed everything up.
Vote me out. I'm Kevin.
Yeah, we are. All right.
Messing everything up.
We will be back next week. We will be recording on Thursday next week, I believe. I will let you guys know if anything changes. Just, stay subscribed to the channel. I'll post the link on Facebook just in case something changes, which it may, but we'll plan on Thursday.
Yeah, I gotta do like 7:00.
Okay, that works.
I have 2 other podcasts after that, so.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Jay's gonna be away for business next week, so.
Oh, really?
7:00 kind of works for me because then I don't have to rush with bedtime and all that.
That means 6:00 for me, and that means that I need to watch our time at parent-teacher conferences, but I think I can make it.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out.
I can do 7:15 if that helps too.
That would help. Yeah.
All right, 7:15.
All right, we'll see you guys next week, 7:15 Eastern time on Thursday. In the meantime, though, give us an email, survivorjjc at email.com. Survivorjjc@gmail.com.
You can't blame me on that screw up. I didn't say anything.
That one was me. Thanks to the patrons, especially the ones that contribute a certain level. That'd be Eckhart Rickner, Maggie the Magnificent, Woman with the Plan, and the creepy people who had mailmen. Thanks, guys, so much. If you'd like to be a patron, patreon.com/Jay and Jack. The broadcast is going to release a special bonus episode in which, while we were recording this week, Shandy's power went out, and we tried to do something with her over the phone, and she sounded like a how do I put this? A drunken robot in the Matrix. Like she was just glitching out. Like it was slow. Awesome. Like she'd be like, my hand here. What? And we were like,
was she on a payphone? I mean,
no, she was on her cell phone, but like everything was down. And like I was on PG&E's website for her, like trying to check on the status of like it coming back. I was like, there's nothing yet. And then Amanda and I were like, well, can you do Thursday? We can do Thursday. And she's like, 30. And we're like, 30? What does that mean? Like 9:30, 8:30, 7:30?
So you had Katharine Hepburn on the show.
If she sounded like a robot glitching in the Matrix, sure. But it was very funny. And it was about, because then we figured out, so we hung up on her one point and called her back. And we figured out that we had about 30 seconds of good quality audio with her before she started glitching again. So anyway, I'm going to clean it up a little bit and release it as a bonus show because it was really funny. And then it came back, actually, as we were about to call it quits and be like, well, figure it out. So anyway, become a patron. Also check out the other shows. Amazing Race is back. Ramblecast After Dark, the broadcast. Jamie is doing. I did it again. Jamie is doing.
Not so easy, is it?
Shandy Joe is doing You're Finishing Traders this week, right?
Yep. Season finale is happening on Friday, and we're doing Australia's Survivor on Thursdays, except for next Thursday. We may or may not, but
cool.
We're there. We're over there. Go to Crazy Hank's. That's where we hang out.
All right. Well, on that note, everyone, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you next Thursday, 7:15 Eastern. On that note, my name is Colleen.
I'm Jamie.
Jack.
Peace out, everybody.